My name is Optimus Prime, and here is an awesome video review from Jesse. Now watch as he lights our darkest hour. Yeah!
Welcome to another Mighty Morphin Power Rangers review. This time we're looking at the Legacy White TIGERZORD. I kind of held off on getting this guy because I was kind of uncertain about the future of the Legacy line, because it was kind of weird that they released this guy first from Season 2. Because from Season 1 they released a Legacy Megazord first, then Dragonzord, then Titanus. And it was weird for them to release the 6 Ranger Zord first, but with the Legacy Thunder Megazord confirmed coming out next year, and I'm really excited for that one. Had to get this guy now to partner up with him. Here he is in the box. Box is beautiful. It's not exactly accurate to the original Power Rangers White TIGERZORD box, because that one came with a White Ranger and a coin, and it was just a different shaped box, but still this fits in the theme of the original Power Rangers line. Got really good shot of the TIGERZORD in Tiger mode and him in robot mode there, and got some gold lettering in the front. Got a picture of the White Ranger here. Oh, really good picture. I'm not getting Saba. I did have a Saba when I was younger, when Power Rangers first came out, but not really into the role-playing toys anymore. Really just care about the Zords. And on the side here shows what the toy can do. Metallic paint die-cast parts in the story. Pause it if you want to read the story. And on this side here, which I think this is still really odd that it can combine kind of with the Legacy Megazord, but we'll cover that. And one thing I found, these stats are so sporadic. Like they're just making stuff up every time they do the stats. I got the Legacy Megazord and the Dragonzord here, and we're going to compare the stats because this is hilarious how they did these up. Alright, so got them all lined up here. The stats for the original Megazord: height 333 feet, weight 172,000 pounds. Height for the Dragonzord 124 feet tall. So this guy is that much shorter than that one? No, they're not. They're pretty much the same height. But even then, this guy is twice the weight as the original Megazord. That doesn't quite add up. And this guy, he's 80 feet long, I guess, in TIGERZORD, and he would be about the same height, so he's almost half the height of the Dragonzord, but almost as heavy as the Dragonzord. And even though according to these stats he's like less than a third of the height as the Megazord, he's much heavier. At 333,000 pounds, this one's at 172,000 pounds. So these stats are all over the place, and they're just making it up every time they release a figure. So ignore the stats on these guys. It's pretty funny when you look at them. So that's enough for the box. Just had to get the whole stats ordeal out. So let's go ahead and open them up. And this is what it looks like when you open it. I already opened this last night just to get like a feel of it. But like the TIGERZORD himself has a plastic bag around it, and the sword here also had a little tiny baggie around it, and this is stored. I really do like the packaging that they go for these legacy figures. Really collectible. Although I did end up having issues with the DragonZord packaging, because the DragonZord is like right here, and that chest plate has a lot of paint on it. Every time I took it out of the box, it would scrape up against the cardboard, and it would actually start rubbing some of the paint off. So I actually had to touch up some paint and put a cardboard sleeve in front of it, so that when I ever took it out, it wouldn't scrape, it would just move along with it. So hopefully they fix it. That's we'll solve the issue. It comes with this little thing here. Get rid of the sword and take out the very cool TIGERZORD himself. And here we have the white TIGERZORD in tiger mode, and this thing is really beautiful looking. I really like it a lot. There are some changes here and there that I do not quite enjoy as much as I did on the regular one, but they're few and far between. But we'll just take a good look at him. Really nice coloring here. These red orbs on both shoulders, and actually I do believe on the legs here, were pieces of plastic that were popped off super easy, and I never could keep track of them. In fact, on my original, they just got lost. And if I was really as particular back then as I am now, I would have kept all the boxes for my original Power Rangers, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. And this one has the more show accurate and Sentai accurate details here. These are not stickers, this is molded in detail, painted. Looks really nice. Does not have that goofy Power Ranger lightning bolt like the original one had. Looks great. The eyes are nice, painted red. One thing that does kind of bug me is that the orb inside of his mouth moves along with the mouth, as opposed to the original one, which stayed in the same place and the mouth would move around it. It's kind of distracting in this one, but it's not too noticeable. It really, you just have to kind of pay attention, but it still looks fine either way. His arms go all the way around, and he's got a little hinge here, so you can get some rather cool tiger poses out of this guy. And they swivel here if you want him to do that for whatever reason. One other change that I wish they would have stuck with the with the TIGERZORD is that he had a little socket right here for a tiny little White Ranger figure to kind of stick right here, and it would ride the TIGERZORD. And since they didn't do that with the TIGERZORD, I'm more than certain they're not going to be doing that with the Legacy ThunderZord that's coming out next year, and that's kind of a bummer. That was one of the coolest things about the Season 2 Zords. As they got the sword that's stored here, and that just pops off very easily. And this feels good. I thought I saw an early review of this guy where the sword was much softer rubber. Much more flexible. This feels like about the same quality as the original, and I'm pretty sure like these parts here are die cast here. Can kind of feel that. Not sure what else is die cast. I think some parts in the upper leg are also die cast. The feet here are also die cast, and can't tell, it's rather warm in here, so everything feels about the same temperature. Like usually you could feel like, oh, this pot is kind of cold, so that's die cast, but everything feels about the same. But yeah, this guy is pretty amazing. I like it a lot. I'm really glad I decided to get this guy. So let's get him to warrior mode. Transforming him to warrior mode, just like the original, is super simple. Just fold these bits down here and fold the feet in like this. Do the same on this leg. Fold that that bit in, and it's starting to get tall. We'll fold this down, fold the tiger feet up, fold his hands around, and head up, open this up, and that's it. I really do like the new head sculpt they have on the TIGERZORD. The eyes are a lot wider and much more accurate than the original. Looks so much like the suit that was worn in the Sentai Power Rangers show. Of course, though, it does not have any articulation, but who can really expect like too much articulation from any type of Ranger toy? Tiger head on chest looks pretty good. Arms still look good. The little medallion thing on his waist, molded in, detailing with silver, that's totally silver, gold paint here. All around looks real nice. And actually it does have a slight bit of knee articulation. Not a whole lot though, but it's more than the original TIGERZORD. Another really cool detail, they has the white tiger Ranger emblem molded into the heels, as opposed to like the original one just had a circular sticker with the goofy lightning bolt there. And both sides, his arms go all the way around. He's got elbow articulation. Really awesome here that he has some hand articulation. His wrists swivel and they open and close. So that's really awesome. Back, pretty simple, but still looks pretty good here. Looks very robot-y. And of course you can take his sword here and slide it in his palm, close his hand around it, and there you go. Looks pretty ready here. And of course he can also transform into this kind of combined mode, which it can combine, not really, but I mean it does combine with the Legacy Megazord, but it's so goofy. We'll get into that. Now the last major change, which I really do not approve of, that they made in this figure, out of all the really good ones, this is one that really irks me the most. When you're transforming him into his Mega TIGERZORD mode, normally on the original one you'd slide these pieces back and kind of they would slide back a little bit like this, and this will stick out and attach to the legs. Not this time. This time these just come completely off, and it's not good. I don't like it, and it's quite difficult actually. There you go. And so it leaves this big open socket here, and I hate this so much, because now you have to keep track of these if you want him displayed in Mega TIGERZORD. I don't like that much at all. And rotate his arms up to get them out of the way, mainly because they had to accommodate for the stupid hinges that started with the 20th, or was it, yeah, I guess the 20th anniversary, the 2010 Megazord that later on became the Legacy Megazord, that stupid Zord builder gimmick. And just the legs of the Legacy Megazord will attach here, and he gets these legs for some reason, and pull out his chest here, fold these pieces down, fold his helmet around and his visor up, which you did not see, and you see some other Zord builder ports here, but nothing on the Legacy Megazord can attach unless you want to go this route here. It's not demonstrated of being able to do that, but you can if you want. It's better than, but that looks really silly. It does make him quite heavy though. I gotta say that the legs do attach much better on the TIGERZORD than they do on the DRAGONZORD, oddly enough. But this is how it's supposed to be officially. But we all know that this was really just a holdover until the Legacy THUNDERZORD got released, and I'm really looking forward to that, seeing how all that works with this. And really want to see more of the individual THUNDERZORDs. So really the THUNDERZORDs would look so much better with this guy than just the two legs, and these legs look tiny in comparison to this guy here. But still, just imagining all the THUNDERZORDs attached to this guy, it's going to look pretty awesome. And when the THUNDERZORD comes out, I'll definitely showcase that. Overall, the white TIGERZORD is really cool. It has a lot of cool features on it. The TIGERZORD, the Tiger mode looks great, the Warrior mode looks great, and eventually the Mega TIGERZORD is going to look cool. And you know, it's going to look great in your collection. A few people have asked me, why haven't I got Titanus? I thought about Titanus for a while, because I have the original Titanus for the most part. He's missing a few pieces. The Legacy Titanus started out at $200, even when he came down to $100 at Toys R Us at one point. I was really hesitant to get him because he doesn't do a whole lot except carry stuff and look cool. He doesn't really have too much stuff in. And from what I watched, putting together the UltraZord was a pain in the ass, and it barely worked. So I never really cared too much about the UltraZord anyway. So Titanus was just okay to me. But it was always about the primary two Zords in each season. Never really cared for the carrier Zords. And if they do make a Legacy version of Tor, the Shuttle Zord, nah, not getting that. That thing was even lamer. Like, the TIGERZORD just hid inside him. You could not even see him. He just hid and stored. He just stored inside of him. It was completely silly and pointless, and the rest just kind of sat on top. Least interesting UltraZord ever. But anyway, my rant about that's over. But yeah, these guys look really cool together, and I really do. If you're nostalgic towards Power Rangers, definitely pick up the Legacy line. This guy was just reissued. This is the reissue here. This guy, harder to find since they don't make him anymore, and he's kind of gone up in price just because of popularity. This guy is still available. Also, the black version of this just came out also. So really, I do recommend getting these. The Thunder Megazord coming out next year is going to be expensive, and I wonder how big he is. I'm hoping I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking he's probably going to have to be quite a bit bigger than the original Megazord here. So, but time will tell. We only got a couple pictures of him when he was showed at some convention. Was it Comic-Con or Toy Fair? I forget what. But he still looks cool. Really excited for him. But he's going to be a doozy. Really want to see more pictures of him. Alright guys, you can pick this guy up at bigbadtoystore.com. You can click the link in the description below. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/ssjautobot. You can Instagram me too, ssjautobot, and you can follow me at Twitch at twitch.tv/ssj_autobot, and I'll catch you next time.